and welcome from Sweden's Arlanda airport. I'm about to board the CRJ 900. I'm flying to Helsinki as that's where the adventure starts. So see you very soon in Finland. Hello and welcome again. I'm in Helsinki. This is the central station just behind me. This is where our journey starts today. It's about just before 11 o'clock. I've got a train to catch in about 15 minutes. It will take me all the way up north to Lapland. I'm going to a place called Rovaniemi. It is an overnight train and I will be doing all sort of fun things. So let's go inside and check the train out. Today I'm taking a night train across Lapland on Intercity 273, more commonly known as Santa Claus Express, the route to Winter Wonderland. The journey is just over 500 miles and takes 11 hours and 50 minutes. There are two of these trains each day, the first one leaving at 7:30 in the evening and the one I'm taking tonight which has a departure of 11:15. They both take just under 12 hours, arriving at 7:20 am and 11 am respectively, but if you choose the earlier train you will travel in darkness all the way, missing the hopefully amazing snow-covered scenery. If you prefer a more scenic experience and do not mind late night, the 11:15 departure is probably a better choice. The train is just being reversed onto the platform. This train is actually called the Santa Claus Express because it goes up all the way to Rovaniemi where Joulupukki, the official Finnish Santa Claus, lives. This is pretty much the only indication that this is a Santa Claus train. The staff is just wearing normal uniform. There's nothing else on the train. It's not a special anything for kids or adults. It's just called the Santa Claus Express. But regardless, I'm sure it's going to be a fun adventure. So let's go. The train is a double-decker. I'm upstairs. I will show you the differences between the different rooms. I am going to show you around in a minute. We have plenty of time. It's about 11 and a half hours. Let's just get settled. Before I show you around, let's have a look at how you book this train. Best option is to go direct and book on the train company's website. As I mentioned, there are two of these trains each day. When you select your departure, the site automatically assigns you a seat. Then you can either book the seat next to you for extra space, choose a private compartment for up to 4 people, or even upgrade to a sleeper cabin. There are two types of cabins, one with a shower for a bit more luxury, they are all upstairs, and the standard ones without downstairs. No matter what you pick, you get to choose your exact spot on the train. Okay, so you've got this key card. There's one at the door when you arrive and there's also one down there. And the lady at the train station back there told us to make sure that these two actually match. You can see there are some holes on it, so I guess this is not a magnetic but a key hole punch card. So the lady was saying that to make sure that these two are matching because apparently recently there have been some thefts on the trains because people come on, snatch one of these, replace it with something else, and if you don't check, you don't even know that it may not open your door. And when you try to come back to your room after you probably had dinner, some of your stuff may went missing. So a word of advice from them: check that these two there and the one you find on the door matches. Anyways, let's have a look around, shall we? So come in, 2 beds, down and up. They seem reasonable size, but I will check them later, so we will see. We've got a menu. So yeah, this train has a restaurant car, and we'll definitely try that. So on the bed, bottle of water, 2 towels, same upstairs, window with a blind, a bin, a little chair, a table, steps to go up, and if you turn around, coat hooks, quite a few actually. It's very spacious, to be honest. There's plenty of space. Individual control for the heating. It's very, very cold outside, and I'm so happy it's nice and warm on the train. Power sockets, light switch. Good, very nice. Each upstairs cabin have its own toilet and shower, while the downstairs ones share a bathroom at the end of each carriage. There is Wi-Fi on the train, but it was either way too many people trying to use it at the same time, or something was off as it was incredibly slow, but mobile reception was strong all the way. There's also an app, you can get live updates about the journey, order drink or food to your seat or cabin, and there's also a map. Shortly after leaving the station, I went down to check out the restaurant car. They are selling all sorts of cold and hot food, snacks, drinks, and are open all night long. Prices are, well, they are okay for Finland. Even though I had dinner earlier, I really wanted to try the Swedish meatballs, so I ordered a small portion. All hot food is pre-made and the staff heats them up for you, but honestly, they were surprisingly tasty. The whole train looks modern, it is very quiet and spotless clean. If you do not want to book a cabin, but still want some sort of privacy, there are these 2 or 4-seater compartments. Even if you just want a seat, the normal carriages are also split into smaller sections. There's even a private space for making phone calls. There's plenty of storage space for your luggage. There's also a dedicated space for your bike, and there are multiple toilets in each carriage. The seats are comfortable with plenty of space and all the materials are high quality. The cabins are all dog friendly, and speaking of cabins, the ones downstairs are pretty much the same as mine upstairs, minus the bathroom. After checking out the train, I headed back to my cabin and decided to check out the shower. It's time to go to sleep. It's a very good size bed actually, plenty of legroom, very wide as you can see. The bed itself is a little bit too firm and the pillow is a little bit too soft for my liking, but I guess it's quite difficult to get it right for every passenger. But regardless, it is a quite big and comfortable bed. So hopefully I'm going to have a good night's sleep, which is something I'm very much looking forward for. It is 70 minutes to 1. We are arriving at around 11 o'clock, just after 11 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to sleep. I will probably get up at around 8 o'clock. I would like to go and have breakfast. I was eyeing those pancakes already, so hopefully they will be nice. And want to have another shower before I put my winter clothes on. It should be quite cold tomorrow, so I got appropriate clothing. Anyways, good night, and I shall see you in the morning. Bye for now. The next day. Good morning. It's 8:15. I had about 6.5 hours sleep. I usually find it quite difficult to fall asleep on trains, on planes, or anything that is moving. And it was the same, unfortunately, but after I fell asleep, it was actually quite alright. And I
have to say this bed is comfortable. It's still dark outside. The sun is just about to come up, and we are about 3 hours away from arriving to Rovaniemi. So I'm really looking forward for those pancakes. Let's get ready and go have some breakfast.
The restaurant car was full, but at this point nothing could have stopped me from having pancakes for breakfast. I had to wait around a bit, but in the end I managed to place an order.
Brother, what's that?
Just like dinner, breakfast is heated up by Chef Mike. At the end of the day, this is not fine dining, so if you manage your expectations correctly, you will not be disappointed. Breakfast was actually not that bad, but I definitely learned a few things from it. First of all, if you ever come on this train, do not go for the restaurant car at around 8:45 because it's absolutely busy. And secondly, that advertised images do not always reflect the final product. But otherwise, actually, for what it was actually quite nice. Soon it was time to put on the warm clothes and get ready as we were approaching the final stop of the journey.
Dear passengers, we will arrive in Rovaniemi. Thank you for traveling with us and welcome aboard again.
My overnight train ride from Helsinki to Rovaniemi cost me just 179 euros or around 193 US dollars. This is for one way and for the whole cabin. I think this is excellent value and I would be happy to take this train again and again and again. You can save 20 euros by dropping the bathroom and go for one of the downstairs cabin. A single seat starts at just 44 euros, but the cabin represents such great value for money, it is definitely worth it. It's called... There are two of these trains every day, on the days that the train is actually going. There's one leaving Helsinki at 7, which arrives here at 7, but it's not a problem, but the issue with that, it leaves in the dark and arrives in the dark. And this one, which leaves at 11 and arrives just after 11, gives you a bit more chance to see the scenery. And obviously, if you come in the winter, it's definitely the better option. So, how was the train? I think it was absolutely brilliant, and for the price I paid, it was a much better option than flying, and I would take this train any time of the day over taking a flight. It was comfortable, it was spacious, it was quiet. It's better than flying because even though you can pay for a bed and fly in business class, nothing beats this when you can just walk around. So yes, it was really, really good. We rented a car, so let's go pick that up, and I've got something really cool for you to see. Oh, wrong side. So we picked up the car and we are at the first stop. McDonald's has always had a special place in my heart. That was my very first job. I was working there when I went to college and then university. And I actually went to see the very first McDonald's, which was opened by the McDonald brothers, which is a museum today. It's not a restaurant anymore, but it's a museum. And today, our first stop is the northernmost McDonald's in the world. So we're gonna go and check this out and have something to eat. I forgot my mic was off, but I was just trying to explain that McDonald's here in Finland has a sandwich that's basically a throwback to the old UK chicken premiere from 20 years ago. The next stop, snowmobile trip around the surrounding woods and lakes. The area is simply breathtaking, and there's so much to do, from dog sleds to snowmobile and all kind of hikes. If you ever find yourself here, make sure adventure is at the top of your list. Well, this was absolutely awesome. I had a lot of fun. We did have a lot of fun, didn't we?
Yes. It was very fun.
So when we were doing the research about snowmobile, we found dozens of companies who do it. Most of them have big groups for all kind of experience, and we did not really find many places who do tours for people who have experience. But we found these guys. The good thing is that this is adults only, no kids. Experienced people, that's pretty much a requirement, so you can go faster. And after the tour guide was satisfied that I can drive the stuff and I'm not an idiot, he was happy to switch off the restrictions so I could go as fast as I want to. So that was really good fun. I will leave their details in the description of the video if you want to come and go a little bit faster. It is a lot of fun. We cannot come to Rovaniemi and not visit Joulupukki, the original Finland Santa. So let's have a look. Turns out when you visit Santa you cannot video yourself. Only Santa's elves are allowed to take pictures and do the videos, which you obviously have to pay for. It's 50 euros, but it's once in a lifetime pretty much. So, and it's Santa Claus, and I guess it's going to charity or some good cause, so why not? We are going to stay in a glass igloo. This is so exciting. Hotel is all checked in. We're gonna go and find our glass igloo. It's about 20 to 7, so we're gonna just quickly put the stuff down, and then we booked sauna, so we're gonna do that, and then dinner, and then we will be exploring the igloo a little bit later. The Arctic Snowhotel has something unique you won't find anywhere else, a sauna built entirely out of ice and snow. Only the benches are made from wood. The thick steam keeps the temperature high, even though the snowy walls radiate cold. It is a weird sensation, but truly unforgettable. Once you finish with the sauna, why not sink into an outdoor jacuzzi? Just make sure you put on the hats they give you, otherwise you're gonna get cold. The package gives you a total of 2 hours, and you can spend 15 minutes in the ice sauna, but if you need more, there's a traditional Finnish sauna too. For a taste of authentic traditional cuisine, check out their themed restaurant with a set menu. It's a fantastic opportunity to try reindeer, which I never had before, but it was really good. Imagine an entire world sculpted from ice. A restaurant, a bar, a hotel, and even a chapel. The Arctic Snowhotel is a masterpiece of frozen artistry. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced before. The attention to detail is mind-blowing, and it is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. There's also a pop-up art gallery with all sort of ice sculptures. It's well worth walking around, especially at night. After spending the whole day in the cold, we did not quite fancy staying in the ice hotel. Maybe next time. Instead, we opted for the igloos. They are seriously awesome, with a northern lights alarm and a fully heated glass roof. Sadly, we did not see any northern lights this time, but it's always a matter of luck. Regardless, I had an amazing night just gazing out at the trees and the moon. We had a flight back to London in the morning, so after a quick final look around in the igloo, we headed out for breakfast and then off to the airport. But I cannot wait to come back next winter, hopefully to catch a glimpse of the northern lights, and we'll also try the ice rooms. I cannot recommend this place enough. I'll leave all the details in the description below if you want to check them out. Unfortunately, spending a night here isn't cheap. I paid 549 euros or just under $600. This is for one night. That did not include the sauna, which is another 129 euros per person, or the dinner, a set menu for 69 euros per person. If you book well in advance, you might be able to get the igloos for a bit cheaper, but do not expect a huge difference. Regardless, this place is worth every penny. We had an amazing time and we'll definitely be back. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one, hopefully very soon. Bye now.